all tied in. So, like base was 8 or several years. Why don't you get so successful, why don't you open up in different places around the country? You said, look, I'll know when I'm.
Can you, somebody's not muted and we can hear a conversation.
Might be me, sorry. I got two Zooms going at once.
All right, we'll cut you a little slack.
Multitasking, huh?
Yeah. Town historian's job is never done.
Hi, Reggie.
Evening. Still hear that? Or is it?
Not so bad now.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
That section.
We're just missing Lauren.
Lauren, yes.
He's on his way in right now.
Aha.
Sorry, I'll get your mic back on in
That's
2
okay.
seconds.
So do we know who a Zoom user is? We have a Zoom user and a call-in user.
Zoom is the Amy's and
Oh,
call in is Felicia Cassidy.
cool.
Did you say Lauren was on his way in?
Yeah, he was on his way in. It might have stopped. Oh, he just popped in. Hold on. And Nick Henderson's coming in, Jackie.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to call to order the Woodstock, the meeting of the Woodstock Town Board for their business meeting of February 16th. And as soon as Lauren gets on, I'm going to skip over to the bonding resolution because I know Councilman Hepner has a historical meeting that we're going to let him go to once this is voted on. So Richard, thank you for showing up for the bonding resolution. It's always good to have.
I'll try to be back.
Okay.
Pop in again. I'm sorry, this was in a couple of months ago. I made the schedule for Black History Month and
No, it's very important and the last.
no, I apologize, but
No
I'll
need.
try to pop back.
Okay, so I'm going to read the resolution. So there is about a 25-page resolution that was forwarded by the attorneys. I gave the board the choice of reading a short one or the whole thing. They opted to go with the short resolution. So be it resolved, the Woodstock Town Board adopt the attached funding resolution for the town hall bond, attached refunding resolution for the town hall bond, and be it further resolved, town board authorizes the supervisor to complete all necessary paperwork for said refunding, and be it further resolved, town clerk enter the entire refunding resolution into the record, and be it further resolved, town clerk make all necessary advertisings as required by law. Second.
Second.
And just a brief note for those not aware, we had a funding or a refunding opportunity come up about a month ago for our town hall bond. The refunding will cost us a couple of bucks, but the net gain for the rest of the life of the bond is approximately $28,000. So it's a no-brainer. And so that's why we're going through those steps at the recommendation of our bonds council. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
But what, did Lauren join?
He was on.
He was
I didn't-
here, but I don't see him now.
I just didn't know if you wanted all 5 of us, that's all.
Well, I did. That was the reason that Richard Hepner was on the meeting.
There's something in this thing that says about being present when you vote or something.
You know, again, we can change it because it's
Yeah.
but I mean, that was the.
He might be having internet problems.
Yeah, he was in. I saw him, his square pop up.
Okay. Richard, do you have to go or can I read through a couple more resolutions?
I got to go, but real quick, if you got You were gonna bring up, well, about the STRs, but we can wait on that.
Okay. Well, I know that Butch had looked through the applications and made a recommendation that that the applications that they had got in, they were all put in good faith, and it's his recommendation that
Which ones to accept, yeah.
we accept them. And Richard and I are in agreement with that.
I think, I'm not, Butch, I trust Butch's judgment, so I'm okay.
Is that
I'm not great,
non-owner
I'm
occupied?
not great about it, but I'm. okay.
Yes. That they're non-owner occupied.
Okay.
Well, so Bill, I still have Richard for a moment. So I saw there was that other attachment that was attached about the fund policy. And so I saw that was attached, you adopt the fund balance policy. So I was curious whether Richard had any input on that before he leaves.
I mean, I read it. I begged Bill not to read it publicly because we're here to Easter.
Well, that was 3 pages. Yeah.
Oh, no, you begged me not to read the refunding one.
Oh, I'm sorry, the fund policy.
Yeah, the refunding one was 26 pages. The fund transfer policy was 3 pages.
Yeah, that was okay with me too. I'm sorry, I got it mixed up. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I did find a couple of typos, as I always do. Like it mentioned town of Ulster, so I think that
Oh,
would,
yes, I'm sorry. Thank you, Laura.
That did get changed.
okay.
I
And then
might have sent an older one out.
well,
Yeah.
yeah. And then there was something else that I saw, if I can find it on my screen.
I caught the town of Ulster. Yeah, you're right, Laura. Yep.
Right, and then the other one, there was a sentence, page 1 background. There was a sentence that seemed to have it ended with government with the most significant changes. It seemed like it had, the first part of the sentence made sense. There was a comment, and the second part looked like it didn't belong. So I will say in the section B background, in the first paragraph, there was a sentence kind of, it might be maybe a very long first sentence.
Make a note and send it back in the document.
Yeah, okay, I will do so.
So again, this is really just memorializing the policy we've had to date.
Right.
And the meat and the potatoes of it is that for the general fund balance, we keep between 5 and 10%, and the other balance is between 7.5 and 12.5, which, they haven't been ironclad numbers, but it's something that Jeremy always, going back to 2000, 2001, were goals that he shot for, and it's something that I've carried on as well. And I think it's just prudent to have something written down that just kind of explains for future boards goals that should be set, so that we don't see money just spent all the way down.
Well, I think it makes sense, and in the 5 categories. So I know, and I was just reading this like just before the meeting, as opposed to like way before the meeting. So I did have a couple of questions I can kind of take offline, but I know you want to vote on it tonight. So
I can put it off. I mean, I did send it out a couple of weeks ago, hoping to get feedback, but I can put it off if need be.
well, I know I had questions. If nobody else has questions, then I can just ask my questions offline. But if other people had questions, but because I didn't think that I saw our budget in these categories. I mean, I see our budget in categories like general fund and highway, and we have sewer and we have water. And then when it talks about putting things in categories of reserved, committed, assigned, unassigned, I didn't recall, maybe they're there and I just didn't see it, but I didn't recall seeing those specifications as I look at the budget. We definitely saw a general fund and those other things, sewer, water, et cetera. But again, I didn't think that I saw things labeled reserved, committed, assigned, unassigned. So I hadn't really had a chance to really think through.
Well, these are not things we budget for. This is when there's surplus monies at the end of the year that we put it in different places. And this just kind of, it makes a hard and fast policy for what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Right.
We don't budget for these things.
Correct. But then when the money's left over, then this makes a difference of what you can do with the money left over, because these different categories with the definitions there, what's non-spendable, what's restricted, what is unrestricted, unassigned, et cetera. So I hadn't recalled us taking any surplus and giving it those labels, and then that would flow into the next year. And we have money that flows into the next year. I just didn't recall it. I didn't recall seeing a sheet that said, here's our surplus and here's how we've labeled it. So, you made me
do.
see it.
We do that every year.
Okay, I didn't recall seeing it in that way.
Laura, look at the end of the year minutes. You'll see where all those
The-
monies go.
This
It'll-
year,
it'll-
this year we didn't, but in years past, at the year ends budget or the year end meeting, you'll see we'll make transfers. Um,
Right.
And, it was always very crazy and hectic because there was some guesswork involved. The state has eased off on the requirement that we get it all wrapped up, and now permits us to get our annual financial statement in place, which gives us a fixed number. So once that financial statement is produced in April, then I'll come back and make recommendations to the board at where we should put the money.
Yeah, okay. Well,
And this year, most likely, my recommendation is for the surplus to go to the Como project, because all the other fund balances.
Right. Well, and right, we have certainly cleaned up, like, I think we had we had different buckets where we had the project finished, there's the money left, and we certainly have moved money, yes. I certainly recall those cases, and of course, we do transfers every month, because every month we're transferring.
Well, now the transfers are just within the year budget.
Within the year's budget, exactly. So I know we're doing transfers within the year. We do that all the time. And yes, I do recall you have had different resolutions in the past.
Just hold that thought for 1 second, because I know Richard wants to go. Lauren, are you there?
Lauren, back on.
I am here. Okay, so did you hear the resolution that I read for the refunding resolution?
I did not.
So I'm going to reread it quickly because I know Councilman Hepner has another meeting to go to. Be it resolved, the Woodstock Town Board adopt the attached funding resolution for the town hall, refunding resolution for the town hall bond. Be it further resolved, Woodstock Town Board authorizes the supervisor to complete all necessary paperwork for said refunding. And be it further resolved, the town clerk enter the entire refunding resolution into the record. And be it further resolved, the town clerk to make any necessary advertising as required by law. Second?
I did second it already.
Okay, so Lauren, as I mentioned earlier, this is, we're refunding the town hall project. This was recommended by our bond counsel as a way to save a net of $28,000 over the life of the bond. I think when I brought it up a month or so ago, I think we all agreed that it was a no-brainer. So this is to put that all in motion.
Worked for me.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, now
Motion
before
carries
Richard goes,
five- Hold on, motion
think that
carries, hold on,
go ahead.
motion carries 5-0.
Yeah,
Jackie, if you could just give me a record of that to send
I will.
to the bonds council.
Yeah.
Okay,
and before Richard went, I didn't know if we wanted to do the two committee assignments, which should
I
just
got-
take a minute.
Gotta run, but text me if you need me, okay? I'm late.
okay. So
Just, Bill, just text me if I need to pop on. I got the phone and the iPad going here. So,
go ahead. I got your text up, ready to go if I need you.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Be it resolved to accept minutes for meetings held on January 19th and February 9th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And now, Jackie, when I sent you the email, it had, with my corrections, it had blue and red. And when you sent the email back that said, thanks, everything was black. So did you actually see the blue and red?
Yes,
Yay.
yes,
Okay.
I did.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Be it resolved to accept the town clerk's report. And what a
Second.
wonderful report it was. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did I hear Reggie second that?
I thought Lauren did.
Lauren did.
Oh, good. Perfect. Yeah, sounds good.
Be it resolved to authorize payment of audited vouchers in the amount of $1,733,325.09. Second, we have a second?
I'll second it. I was giving Reggie a chance at it,
Okay.
but I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Be it resolved to authorize transfers per transfer sheet.
Second. Oh, Reggie got it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Be it resolved to accept the retirement of Michael Reynolds, Highway Superintendent, effective February 27th, 2021. Be it further resolved to thank him for his many, many wonderful years of service. That was
Second.
too many, Jackie.
And
Well-
wonderful. I got that
well-
word wonderful in there.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Be it
Who
resolved,
seconded that? Who
I
seconded it?
did. I did.
Okay, thank you, Laura.
be it resolved to appoint Scott Bonesteel, actually, his name is not spelled right there, it's 1 E and 2 L's, as acting highway superintendent effective March 1st, 2021.
Second.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think we had multiple seconds on that.
And I am going to be taking, actually, that's party business, so I won't bring that up. Forget I said anything. Be it resolved to appoint Jim Dougherty to the Commission of Civic Design, CCD, term to expire December 31st, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Be it resolved to appoint Lynn Severett to the Ethics Board, term to expire December 31st, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
I'm going to abstain on that.
Okay.
Not that I don't think Lynn would be wonderful on it. I just don't like the genesis of this. So
Okay.
You didn't like what?
the genesis of it.
The
Okay.
Genesis.
Do I have 2 other aye votes?
I'll say aye.
Okay. Be it resolved to
And,
attach.
and Bill, before, I mean, I'd just like to say of all the people who just assigned, and, you know, Mike retiring, Scott and Lynn and Jim, I certainly want to say, you know, share my thank you. I know the one resolution from Mike said thank you, but, you know, we have so many wonderful people that help this town in so many ways. And each of those people certainly has been so helpful to the town in many ways. So certainly thank you to Mike, who's retiring, Scott, who's stepping up to the new assignment, who I think so many of us think is going to do a great job. Lynn, who is always wonderful, and I'm sure she'll be great for ethics, and Jim for so many years of service as a volunteer and going on the CCD. I just wanted to say, as we appoint people, it's great to have so many people that give themselves to the town.
You know, this town would not be what it is today if it weren't for our employees. And when I say employees, we include all the volunteers on all the various boards. They do make for a wonderful community. And even a step further, the volunteers in the various arts organizations, the chamber, the fire department, we're truly blessed. And even in the county, I know that they did a report a number of years ago, and they put some minimal amount on the value, the hourly rate, and what the community spends or saves in tax dollars somewhere from all the volunteer help was hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, it was unbelievable. So we owe
Like
them all a debt
It's
of
like the
gratitude.
bees. They did a study on bees in England, what they're worth if you had to pollinate everything yourself. They're a lot like the bees. They're worth millions.
Yeah, astounding.
Yeah.
So with that, so I'll hold off on the fund balance policy for next month, but I would ask that each of you take a look, and any questions, come back and let's get that nailed down. And be it resolved to accept the amended 2020 encumbrance sheet.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that's our business. Ashley, do we have any public be heard?
Nobody posted in the chat.
Okay, so I will give,
Just, Bill, just for a second, did you say that was Lynn on the ethics?
Lynn Sever, yes,
Yeah, from the town clerk's office.
yes,
That Lynn, okay.
that Lynn. She's gonna do a great job. Just a quick update on the Church Road dumping. So I did pick up last week the paperwork from the town attorney regarding the charges. Charges were filed against both Vince and Gina, the owners, as well as Joe Carolus, the contractor. And that was all filed by Ellen on, now I'm forgetting if it was Thursday or Friday, but it all went in at the end of last week, and our judges have it at this point. So hopefully it will be moving forward in our court system now. So the ball's in their hands.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bill, quickly, I know I didn't ask for time. Did you receive the pictures that we said we'd sent you? Did Aaron get them to you? Because she knew how to send them.
Yes, I believe, Ashley, did we get, it
Everybody-
was a little difficult.
Yeah,
They
I
were-
got I
I
got
think-
them off the email. I have them on my computer now.
Yeah, she sent them to everybody, I guess, supposedly again, so to be sure everybody could get them.
There was one mistake in her email, though. She talked about November 2019, and I know this didn't start until January is the earliest.
Well, January, I think, I'm trying, this has been a long time now, you know.
Yes.
It's, I think they started in the fall and you went there in January.
Correct. January is the first I heard from you.
Yes, we let it go for a long, actually, my wife was mad at me for not calling you earlier.
Mhm.
And so it did start earlier.
Okay.
And you know, and I remember when we were out here one day, Gina bragging how, yeah, we worked all through the fall and winter. We never had to stop because of weather. So,
Right.
but anyway, I just wanted to make sure that you got everything because we said we'd get them to you somehow. And since I'm not so good at it.
We got everything. We'll put them on a stick for the attorney.
Excellent.
For the court. So I think we're good. And if we need any more, I'll reach out, or Lauren will reach out.
Absolutely. Let us know if there's anything we can do to keep things moving.
At some point, you know, my guess is it's going to be court proceedings where witnesses will be called. So at that point, but you'll know well in advance.
Not a problem.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any other? Reggie, how's the Police Reform Commission's committee? That's moving along pretty well.
It is. Recommendations will be online in the next couple of days for folks to comment on.
Excellent. So we'll have that for our March 9th meeting to
We'll
discuss.
present it to the board.
Okay.
Mhm.
So my thought is that we would, you'll present it on the 9th, we'll talk about it, and then the board will have a week to digest it, and we'll put it up for adoption on the business meeting, and then ship it up to Albany.
Sounds good.
Excellent, excellent. All right, anybody else have any other questions, comments, concerns, jokes? I guess I should be careful with the jokes. Forget I said jokes, Lauren.
Yeah, let's just
Let's
wrap
keep
it
that
up
out.
while we're ahead.
These two cannibals were eating a clown.
Ashley, Ashley.
Motion, I'm.
This tastes funny.
Second to
And
adjourn.
the
You
one
wanna
says
pause
to the other,
question?
the one says to the other, does this taste a little funny to you?
Ha ha ha. Very
Ah.
nice.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Okay, Jay. No, actually, Jay's weren't, you couldn't repeat in mixed company. So, all right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that one.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's a record for a meeting.
So Jackie, you'll have two folks to swear in, Jim and Lynn.
It will be my pleasure for
Come on
both.
in
Pleasure.
tomorrow, Jim, or the next day. Let me know when you're stopping by.
Okay. Good night, everybody. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
So,
Good night.
William.
you want me to call you or you want to call me?
No, go ahead.